Good good morning everyone. Now is 12:10 a.m. Malaysian time. So instead of sleeping, I would like to do some short meditation, encouraging anyone who is free to constantly practice Vipassana meditation. The Buddha teach us the subject of Satipatthana is to know who is the self, which is non-self. So in the sutta, the Buddha mentioned the house builder. The house builder, the Buddha mentioned, was the ignorant of one believing that there was a self. Out of ignorance, every being in existence believes that there is a self. And because of this ignorance, the world and the whole entire 31 plane of existence are in chaos. One is not able to stop the cycle of birth, are the cause of not knowing this house builder, which the Buddha mentioned in the sutta, even in Visuddhimagga, house builder. We have in the Buddhist arena, the Theravada Buddhists, whichever Buddhist you are in, doesn't matter. We are all Namarupa. Most important of all is what the Buddha actually is telling us. We have heard many numerous stories that the teaching of the Dhamma become like a storytelling. There are many ways of explaining, but we want to know what is the ultimate way. We must know what is really the Buddha is trying to pass the message to us. What is his message? Every one of you should know by now, there's no self. When there is self, there's lots of endless trouble. Not only you will be facing a lot of endless trouble, you will be also facing endless birth. So, conclusion, and finally, for one who finally comes to the end of the teaching of the Buddha, who must understand the practice of Satipatthana that will lead you to see the 5 aggregates which the Buddha called the house builder. Once this house builder is known, then this house builder built no more. This is what is meant in the sutta, the house builder. And what is this house builder? It is the 5 aggregates. We have been listening to all the Dhamma all your life. Every Dhamma teacher tells you, every monk are telling you about this and that. It's just like a merry-go-round. It is so true, it sounds, but it doesn't get you far. But the final thing is we must know what the Buddhas say about the house builder. Who is the house builder? What is the house builder? We all know very well that we have to destroy our belief of self. But it's not going to be easy if you do not really know the house builder, which the Buddha mentioned it very clear. House builder, you build no more. Then Every one of us today must know what is the house builder. We cannot just practice meditation, listening to endless Dharma talk, giving you concept explanation, telling you stories, giving you simile. It has no end. Every being has their own way of expressing the Dhamma. So this expressing of the Dhamma is also concept that leads nowhere. You may hear this person telling you this Dhamma, his own version, his own expression. It's very nice to hear, no doubt about it. But do you know finally the way to practice? Are you confident in the way that you are practicing now? Are you sure it's the correct way? You listen to teacher A, teacher B, teacher C, irregular is a lay person, or is a monk, or is a lecturer in a university. You may have gone to take your diploma course, but do you know what the Buddha final message is all about? To cut things short, the house builder is in fact the 5 aggregates. And these 5 aggregates, when we make the story simple, sound easy, we have lots of simile to say that this is greed. If you want this, that is greed, because you see this is greed, you hear, you like to hear, this is greed, you are craving, you think of something, you clinging, you must have that thing, or you can't sleep. All this story, endless. It is endless. Even though you can hear them repeatedly told by various teachers, still you leads you nowhere. For one who has experienced it, knows what the Buddha is talking about. All the teaching boils down to the 5 aggregates. And these 5 aggregates, one, it is what is called dismantle. One will be awakened, and that is the cessation of the aggregates. And the aggregates is the consciousness. Consciousness is the aggregates, the master of the 5 aggregates. Because of consciousness are not being able to be destroyed, one continue to build endless birth. That is what the Buddha say. House builder, build no more, meaning to say the cessation of the 5 aggregates. And the head of the 5 aggregates is the consciousness, which leads to thinking. So guys, every one of you should know, when you are meditating, you are facing thinking endlessly. That's why when you are sitting in meditation, you start to have a lot of thoughts, thinking. So this thinking will lead to feelings. Feelings lead to thinking. Thinking leads to feeling. They interact each other. They continue interact. Yeah? When you think, you feel. So when you sit in meditation, your attempt is to stop this thinking. And if not knowing, we use concept to explain about greed, hate, and delusion. In actual fact, if you stop thinking, greed, hate, and delusion doesn't arise. When thinking stops, there's no more consciousness. This consciousness must be understood by every one of you. This consciousness is one of the aggregates: body, feelings, perception, mental formation, consciousness. These 5 aggregates are known by all the Arya. These are the house builder. In order to destroy these 5 aggregates, you have to start developing your mind to be quiet. It's very impossible without the instruction, careful instruction by a teacher who has attained. In the arena of the Buddhists, the monks are not allowed to tell their attainment. That becomes the biggest problem. Everyone seems to practice and go away. Attain and stay quiet and go away. How is the sasana going to last? How is the sasana going to last? So, to cut things short, I don't want to talk much about them. I would like to tell you now, the end part of the Buddha teaching is to tell you to see the 5 aggregates by the practice of Satipatthana. To see these 5 aggregates, you need to really diligently practice and look into your mind by the way of primary object. You need something to hold on. You need something to hold on to make your mind stay, which is not easy task. That's why Mahasi Sayadaw Mahasi Sayadaw from Burma, in the time long ago, I'm now 67 years old. I have been meditating for over 40 years already, Vipassana meditation, and I dare and boldly tell every one of you, I have experienced the Four Noble Truths, and I have understood what the Buddha say about the house builder. I do not listen to all the story anymore of any monk talking, no more. It's not that I am not interested, because to the Arya, those who have experienced cessation of consciousness, they have seen the ultimate truth, the real teaching of the Buddha. And for every one of you to easily come to know the real final teaching of the Buddha is the destruction of the 5 aggregates. There's nothing more for you to do. In actual fact, you don't have to worry about greed, hate, or delusion. Destroy the 5 aggregates and you destroy all the story, the long story of the Dhamma about the Paticca Samuppada. All this Paticca Samuppada vanish. You don't have to even know them when you destroy the 5 aggregates. This is, I'm talking, is not for the beginner. I'm not talking, telling every one of you that you don't have to practice Dana, Sila, Bhavana. It's not like that. I'm talking to everyone who already know the Dhamma, who know Dana and Sila. Now I'm telling every one of you to come to the end chapter of the Dhamma, which the Buddha mentioned in the Sutta, the house builder. And the house builder is nothing but your 5 aggregates. And that 5 aggregates is not easy to be destroyed. I call it destroy, but in actual fact it is cessation. The Four Noble Truths, the dukkha, the cause of dukkha, the way leading, and end. That means the Four Noble Truths tells you about birth is dukkha. When you practice meditation, the Four Noble Truths tells you you encounter lots of dukkha. Then you see sukha. Samadhi is sukha, a momentary experience of the mental state when you practice correctly. Proper development, proper practice, proper instruction by teachers who teach you, you develop samadhi. And samadhi leads to calm of mind. Samadhi means the mind is calm. Alright, I have been listening to a lot of teacher talking about happiness. It's very confusing that you must have samadhi. Yes, I know. But most important, if you are not able to contemplate rising and falling like Mahasi explanation, you will not be able to develop samadhi. Because in every breath, every rising, every falling, when you're sitting, rising, falling, when you are contemplating, you are using the Eight Noble Path. You are applying the effort mindful concentration. In every breath, there is effort mindful concentration. People who don't know, thinking that it's nothing, rising, falling, nothing, is assumption, it is thinking. No, not true. When you are able to focus Sampanjana or Yoniso Manasikara, they call it technically in the Buddhist term, they call it Yoniso Manasikara and Sampanjana. Bring the mind to the object to contemplate, to focus. That is, bringing the mind is Yoniso, focusing is Sampanjana. So we call it mindfulness, which require mental factors such as effort, mindful effort concentration. So that's why the Buddha say Eight Noble Path leads to the Four Noble Truths. Now, you see what happened now? If I start talking about Dhamma and not talking about the aggregates, I'm going to take you a big round. The Dhamma will take you a big round, and in the end, you know nothing. So, the house builder is actually the five aggregates, and how to see the five aggregates and how to dismantle the five aggregates. What you do is you need effort, mindful concentration. So, when you are meditating, when you are contemplating on every motion of your breath, when you breathe in mindfully, you know it's rising. Mentally, you must say, you must not be lazy. The correct way of practice, you must say rising. There are some quarters, some Buddhist monks telling you that this is not correct because you are thinking. When you say rising, you are thinking. Yes, they are wrong. They are very wrong. And yet they are teaching. You know, you have to contemplate. You have to use some concept initially. You have no way to run away. You have to apply concept. You cannot develop samadhi without having initially some concept, some idea. What you need to be obedient. In the time of the Buddha, the disciples are all very obedient. That's why they can attain. But today, because we have so many people talking, and the one not yet attained also talking. As long as you are in robes, you are talking. You read the books, you go to university, you are talking. You are teaching already. But in the time of the Buddha, no one is talking except the Arahanta. You see? In the time of the Buddha, only Arahanta are teaching. The rest are not teaching, because when you don't know the path, they don't teach. But here you read and you teach, and you do not know what is the house builder, and you do not know what is how the way to end, to destroy this house builder, the five aggregates. And instead of destroying the five aggregates, you tell story in the Dhamma. You talk about attachment. You talk about the Paticca Samuppada. All this leads you merry-go-round. I always tell my students, Dhamma students, merry-go-round. Every one of you who are going to go for a long, long merry-go-round, and in the end, you don't know what you are doing. So I tell you, the five aggregates is the body, feelings, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. There is the body. That's why the Buddha say avijja paccaya sankhara, ignorant for cause formation. Avijja paccaya. The Paticca Samuppada explained very clear. But if you are not a person who experience Maggapala, the stream, you have not entered the stream, you will not know what is actually the Buddha is talking about. The rest of you who has not experienced, and even monk who has not experienced, will be giving you the Dhamma on the top level, superficial level, not to the real roots cause of the trouble. Everything sounds to be like real to them, but They are not telling you exactly how to reach there. They are just telling you the story of this and that and putting them into greed, hate, delusion, and then seeing anicca, dukkha, anatta, everything you see. Now you know it's anicca. You know, you buy a car after some time already, this breakdown, that breakdown. You say, see, anicca. This way is not the real way of practice. To really mean to say you already understand anicca, and that is dukkha because you have to repair, you got to work for it. All this, all the storytelling, to sound so true, sound so real, but it's only the outer layer. It's only trying to bring you to the inner layer, which many cannot come into the inner layer because many has not attained, right? So it is not a looking down on anybody. It is because of when many are not attained their teaching, right? This is the trouble. The wheel will be turning faster and faster. More people will be coming into the arena, but no attainment. The sasana die because there's no Ariya arising. Everyone assumed to be Ariya, think that they are Ariya, and the teacher that teach them tells you the same thing. If you see everything as anicca, everything anatta, dukkha, you are already a sotapanna. Oh, wrong. Yeah, just a make believe. So now I will make it to the end now. If not, I'll be telling you very long. How you do? You see the 5 aggregates. When you sit, there's a rising and falling. All right, you must say mentally rising and falling. The way of vipassana, satipatthana is all on your breath, and the way you look at the breath, you must anchor the breath. So you must mentally acknowledge you. If you don't mentally acknowledge, there's no effort, no mindful concentration. You must say mentally. If you ever stop saying mentally, when you're breathing in, you stop to say rising. Mentally you stop to say, then your effort, mindful concentration, the 8 noble path is not being applied. So this 8 noble path is very easy to tell. 8 noble path, effort, mindful concentration is very easy. You're here, it's very easy, right? Not. But when you put the practice, every one of you become lazy. You know what? You check yourself. When you say rising, falling, how many times you say rising, falling in your mind? How determination can you continue? Rising, falling, rising, falling. How many times can you continue say in the mind? After a while, every one of you already go dreaming. Stop saying. Why? Because why become like that? Because every one of you has no concentration. That's why the Buddha said there's no concentration, there's no effort. So now when you stop saying, where is your effort? No effort, that's why no saying. And then when you just superficially daydreaming and you thought you're meditating, sitting there 1 hour, no more doing anything, you're daydreaming. You are controlled by your 5 aggregates. So when the moment you stop contemplating, saying in the mentally rising and falling, when you say rising and falling on every breath, do you know you are applying the effort, mindfulness, effort, concentration? That is what the Buddha has been telling every one of you. That's why those Ariya teachers like Mahasi Sayadaw, who has attained, knows this way very clearly and tell every one of you, rising, say rising, falling, say falling. Don't stop. If you stop, my friend, you are not using the 8 noble path, which is effort, mindful effort, concentration. When you stop doing that, you are controlled by your aggregates. The minute you stop thinking about the Dhamma, the minute you stop contemplating, the 5 aggregates will take over the driving wheel. Do you know, every one of you? Very fast it will take over. You become back to square one. So in order to really destroy these aggregates, you must enter the stream. The word enter the stream means you must be able to destroy the aggregates, even for a single moment. When you destroy the aggregates, that means to say, right, you will have to go through the what you call Enlightenment factors. You have to go through the step, like a ladder going up higher and higher. When you come to practice concentration in this way, you are developing. Number one, you must develop automatically. You don't have to ask anybody. Rising, falling, whether there's a sati, there's a samadhi, then you don't have to ask. You don't have to go and find what is samadhi. You don't have to go and find what is jhana. Many people, even the monk, misinterpret what I say. They say you need jhana, you need samadhi. I know. But if you cannot even start with rising and falling, following it, when you follow every rise and every fall, you are using effort, mindful effort, concentration. These three must always be together, working coordinately together. Any one of them disappear, you never apply. You are finished. You can sit there for 100 years, you cannot attain until you die. You can listen to all the monk, the best monk telling you all the Dhamma, you die, I tell you, everyone pay attention. You don't want teacher to scold you, right? And no one would like to scold you. No one like to scold you. We are having hard time to teach you. The Buddha also don't stay here to teach you anymore. Nobody has the life to stay and teach you. This samsara is horrible. They don't allow you to stay forever. Don't sleep. Don't think what I'm telling here is nonsense. Practice. Every breath rising, you must say. If you are lazy, aggregates will come in. That means to say thinking lah, you are thinking this lah, your mental fabrication lah. Then when you have mental fabrication, you have feelings. Then you go back to thinking. Then all this thinking and feelings arise from where? The Buddha say, from the sense door. The sense door, there is your eye, your nose, because you have a body. That's why the Buddha say body, feelings. Perception is the door. The sense door. Once you have all once you have all the sense door, mental fabrication. Mental fabrication, then there is consciousness there. When there's consciousness, avijja paccaya sankhara, sankhara paccaya vijnana, all these dhamma come to exist. That's why every one of you chant, but without knowing what is the use. When you practice, you do not know what you are practicing. What is the use? You may be listening to Dhamma, going to listen to this teacher, this monk. What is the use? What is the use? You are going nowhere, my friend. Every one of you are wasting your time. It's not my time. It's not the Buddha time. It's not whose time? Your time. Mahasi Sayadaw say, every one of you are sleeping with a cobra. If you have not attained, you are sleeping with a cobra, my friend. Every one of you. The cobra bite you, you die, right? Not. You understand what Mahasi Sayadaw say? You are sleeping with cobra. After kill you, you go to the four woeful realm. Every one of you, listen, wake up. You are Dhamma listener. I know you have listened. You went to go to university and get all your graduate. I know, but no use. You must practice. In the time of the Buddha, you know, all the Deva came and showing, bringing the music, bringing the best food to the Buddha. Cannot compare to a meditation monk. The Buddha say in the sutta. And then he says, look at that monk sitting down there. That is the one showing me the greatest respect. He is the one, my students. Not bringing all the flower, all the ceremony. There's a lot of ceremony going around in our Buddhist arena. I tell every one of you. It's not a good sign. Too many monastery building. From kuti to monastery. From cave no more. Everybody wants to stay in monastery. Big monastery as big as anybody's house. Think about it, guys. Think about it. We are changing the Dhamma until we don't know. And yet we think we are still following, we are Buddhists in name. But we do not know what the Buddha is actually telling us anymore. Apamadena, sampadeta, ehipasiko, all this must be remembered. You don't have to listen, don't have to know, remember a lot of Dhamma. You must know the important point. House builder, what is it? Ehipasiko means come and experience yourself. It doesn't ask you to read books. For initially you read is okay. After you have enough knowledge, stop reading, start practicing. Stop ceremony. You may sound very nice, you may chant very nice. No use. You want to chant? What is chanting? It is the Dhamma. You're trying to recollection. This is the way, that is the way. Like Paticca Samuppada, Avijja, Paccaya, Sankhara. It's just a reminder. You just know this is Avijja, then it causes formation, then it causes you to have contact, and then all this sandstorm and the body, and then when you see you want, the greed arise there, you say like that because you have a body. But before the body, Avijja, there was no body. After you die, the body will go and take a new body. That's what the Buddha tells us, because of his abhinya. He has the power to see past life, and he practiced the 10 paramita. All these are the things that we just need to know. That's all. We know that he has went through all this, and we must now practice accordingly to develop our concentration by using mindful effort concentration. Mindfulness, effort and concentration to make the mind still. Once the mind becomes still, then you will be able to experience knowledge. Knowledge of what is the knowledge? Now the Buddha say, seeing things as they really are. That what is the meaning? People say seeing knowledge, seeing anicca, seeing dukkha, all this. I know that is very basic. But seeing what? Seeing the 5 aggregate as they really are, how they interlink each other, how they cause you to start thinking, how they cause you to live your life ignorantly until you become old man and die and go to hell or go to the animal world and then born again. It's not easy to be born as a human. Already the Buddha already says, so hard to be born as a human. So every one of you don't think you're going to be born as a human that easy. No, because when there is the aggregates, there is greed, hate and delusion. So now you have to destroy the aggregates. I don't want to tell you anymore. Destroy the aggregates. The house builder. How to destroy? Now you have to develop sati. That's how. Sati means peaceful. The mind become quiet so that they stop thinking. Stop thinking, don't disturb. Stop thinking. How? It doesn't want to stop. No one can stop for you. You have to stop it yourself. So you have to rising. First, Mahasi Sayadaw say, because Mahasi Sayadaw is a one who has attained. Whoever think Mahasi Sayadaw is not a stream enterer, at least he is at least he is for sure confirmed Arahat. My friend, laugh. Anyone of you laugh? You just want to fail because you have doubt. The Buddha says in the Kalama Sutta, whatever anyone tells you, you listen. You don't laugh. You just listen and then you practice. Cannot work, then you can laugh. It makes you become more bad person, become a bad character. After you practice from him, you become very arrogant. Then you can say, oh, not true. That guy teaching me not true. But if you progress, then you better listen. That guy is talking. That guy is now me. I'm talking to every one of you. Pay attention. Don't play the fool. Mahasi Sayadaw say, remember I repeated because everyone are short memory. Every one of you are sleeping with cobra. What it means? You can die anytime. And when you die, and then now you think of the Buddha. Are you a Sotapanna? Are you? If you are not, then you are going to go to the 4 woeful existence. In the Sutta, what the Buddha say? 99% everybody, almost everyone that you see on the street, they will be born no more human. Only those who follow the Dhamma, at least Dana, Sila, they got Dana, Sila, they got chance to be born in the heavenly realm. But still not guaranteed, because you don't have purification of mind. Bhavana. Maybe you have a chance to go up to the 31 plane of existence, Devariam, but temporary only. After that, you drop down to hell, samsara. So you are sleeping with cobra. Now struggle and save yourself and become Sotapanna. Then you want to sleep, you can sleep, because the Buddha already say 7 life. And how to become a Sotapanna? You must have purification of mind by 1 point concentration, and train the mind to be quiet. Finally, you enter the samadhi, which it will come by itself. You don't, just like driving. Now you just drive. You don't say where is the destination. You just drive. Look at the road and mindful, and with your effort, you just drive. You can reach your destination. Same like Nibbana. You just follow the instruction of Arya teacher. Arya teacher are who? Mahasi. And I myself is an Arya. Don't laugh. Whoever think I'm a crazy person, then you just switch me off. Then you do whatever you like. Alright? We have to be very strict. Time is urgent for every one of you. When I say like that, I'm not being angry. I feel very danger for everyone, even my family member. I no word to say, you understand? Speak until no more, nothing to say to you. Then that means you think we are long breath, we are trying to be clever. Don't think like that. All this dirty idea take away. People want to help you. It's not easy. The Dhamma is not an overnight story. You have to pasiko apamadena sampadeta. You have to practice very hard, not to read very hard. You need to read for the beginning only. Now, rising, falling, you must say. Because if you don't say, there's no effort, no mindful, no concentration. Rising, you say rising, falling. Every one of you, okay, now sit down, rising. Don't sleep, because you are going to, the cobra is going to bite you anytime. You're going to die tomorrow. Maybe you don't wake up, you're in hell already. You don't know you are human also. You have forgotten me. You have forgotten who is the Buddha, because you can never remember anymore when you are in the animal world, in animal realm. You ask a dog, hey dog, come sit down and rising, falling, can they do it? No, they can't. Only human can. So today you can. And today, don't play the fool. Don't let this opportunity pass your finger. You are going to in trouble. You are going to storm. The cobra will kill you, and you will go to the four woeful realm. You are in trouble. Once you become an animal, you cannot become human for a long, long time. You know why? Ask yourself. Do you know? You become animal, you have to kill to eat. You have to kill to eat. That means you are already the precept. The first precept, every day you break, you die lah. You die lah, I tell you. Can you understand lah? Alright, I don't want to talk Dhamma, leave it to the rest of the monk. I want to teach you how to go to destroy the 5 aggregates and how to see the 5 aggregates. So tonight I will talk that on the 5 aggregates. Now when you rising, falling, you must say rising and falling, you must say. Because if you don't say, I repeatedly, I'm long breath, because people just cannot understand. You are not using the you are not using the effort, mindful concentration. That's what the Buddha is saying. 8 noble paths. The first 5 is about your livelihood, your behavior. I don't want to talk about them. Right view, right speech, right thought, right bodily action, right livelihood. That one is you have to do it yourself. You go out, don't go and speak nonsense, see things, be careful, using the sense store, all be careful, mindful, everything mindful. How to be mindful? The Buddha say, seeing as seeing, hearing as hearing, thinking as thinking. If you can do that, you're already mindful. You don't have to worry about breaking A precept, B precept. Do you break precept when you see something? Seeing as seeing, there's a commotion, you say seeing as seeing, but you don't ask what happened. There's no asking. When you hear something, you don't say what I hear, what is that? No, what is this, what is that? Hearing as hearing. This is meditation already. If you can do that even without sitting in a cross-leg meditation and in your daily, you become mindful in this way. Seeing, hearing, thinking. This is the most important part of the Dhamma. Very important one, you must remember. The instruction of the Buddha, that is the most important. You must remember how to use it. So now what happened now? Rising, you must say rising. Falling, you must say falling, because you use the 8 of the effort, mindful concentration. Mindful effort concentration also can. Any one of these effort, mindful concentration or mindful effort concentration is not there, you're finished. The aggregates will come. Just like taking over the driving wheel. Your practice will never develop. Right? You don't think about sitting meditation for a long hour. Not necessarily. You must sit with a short minute, but be accurate. You must really rising, falling. If you are sitting there and no more rising, falling 1 hour, 2 hours, so no use. Right? When you are rising, falling, when you go to samadhi, the rising, falling will just disappear by itself and it will become automatic. It will rise and fall by itself. That is called samadhi, alright? Rising, falling, rising, falling. See the motion carefully. Goes up to the end, there's a stop. As you develop your mind, it goes up to the end, there's a stop. You know there's a stop. As you go down, breathing out, it goes to the middle. You know there's a middle. Everything has the flow up and down. There's a middle part. Try to visualize the middle part with mindfulness, effort, concentration. If you are not using effort, mindful, and concentration, you will not even know that the breath goes up to the top, stop. There was a stop, a moment of stop. Then you breathe out, the flow, the vibration, or you not see. And then how to develop mindfulness. So you must follow what Mahasi Sayadaw has been talking about. A lot of people just wants to go samatha, wants this way, because they say that only samatha you can develop sati. Not true. All concentration can develop sati. All concentration, all time. It doesn't matter. Even you look at a stone, looking. It will become there was sati. Even you can say a name. Maybe you like to call a person by name of Robert. Then the thinking cannot come out because destroyed. It's temporarily suppressed by the word Robert. Or in the Thai tradition, they say Buddho. But if you were to say in the mouth, it's very tired. But you stay in the brain, you also get tired also, because none of us has stamina. We don't have stamina. That's a problem. Samadhi, mindfulness needs stamina. You need to have a strong stamina, and means to say you must have very, very strong determination. If not, you cannot develop your meditation. So now back to rising. You see, there's an ending, there's a stop. Short minute of meditation better than you struggle 1 hour and you get nowhere. And your effort, mindful concentration, you don't even know what is effort, mindful concentration. Even though you heard the Buddha say 8 Noble Path leads to the 4 Noble Truths, but you are not applying the 8 Noble Path. When you are not rising and falling, you are not saying enough. When you are not saying, it's already enough to tell you are no more mindful, you are no more putting effort. Then how to see the 5 aggregates? The 5 aggregates will come. I tell you now, the 5 aggregate will arise when you have sati. Sati means effort, mindful concentration on the breath, up and down. All this sati will come. All the what called alignment factor, but they call it bojjhanga, the 7 alignment factor. The factors that will lead you to nibbana will only come if you are able to Yoniso Manasikara and Sampanjana, means to able to follow the breath. Alright, follow the breath. If you're able to follow your mind, going up, you say up, down, you say down. If you breathe fast, you know it's fast. Slow, you know it's slow. Just know. Keep on knowing. Don't be lazy. That is effort, mindful concentration. Then sati will come in. Sati will come in means to say the mind will get calm, quiet, slowly. That is samadhi. And then samadhi comes already. That means there is a momentarily of sati. When there's a momentarily of sati, then there is knowledge. Knowledge means to see the aggregates. That is the knowledge. Seeing Vedana. When Vedana comes, the pain, it may come in pain, it may come in a sensation of different types of sensation. Just know and let go. That's the purpose of our meditation, to become proficient in letting go of all phenomena from the mind, from the body. Once you're able to let go, then until you let go everything, these 5 aggregates, when you let go, you do not interfere with them. You know they are there, you let go, you do not interact. Means from the Vedana, you do not go back to thinking. In the meditation process, once you cut at Vedana, right, when you have feelings, you cut. Same like when you're angry, you don't speak out, you don't go and do any action, you cut. At Vedana, you cut. At Vedana, you cut already. That is the borderline. At Vedana, you cut all the object. That is no karma. If you act on the Vedana, alright, you act on the Vedana, that is karma. Can you understand? When there is a feelings, you act on the feelings. Oh, this is not good feeling, I don't like it. Then you start to act with the body. Then you start to scold people. That is karma already. So on the level of feelings, you know you are not happy, you stay quiet. Then you stay quiet. Then you start to go back to the Buddha teaching, rising, falling. Then the anger disappear. That means to say you do not go into action. No action, no karma. Can understand? So Vedana is very important. That's why the 5 aggregates. Once you are able to know, to see the 5 aggregates through the development of your in-breath and out-breath, that goes to samadhi, they go to sati, they go to peace of mind, and then the 5 aggregates will arise. You see them. From there is the time you cut. That is the time you are seeing things as they really are. That is the time you are really practicing the teaching of the Buddha. That is the time you are really practicing the teaching of the Buddha. So when you sit, rising, falling, you keep on following, then mental picture arise, mental thinking arise. You saw it, you know, then you just detach. Back to your rising, falling, the mindful effort concentration, the 8 Noble Path you apply. Keep on going back to your 8 Noble Path. Remember the Buddha say 8 Noble Path leads to the 4 Noble Truths. Always like that. If you forget to come back, many people deluded, no stamina. They start to think, they start to become relaxed. The aggregates take over. Means you are finished. Alright? You cannot progress anymore. So continue, even it's a short time, maybe 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you have to go for 1 hour. For those very advanced meditator already who knows what is the 5 aggregates, then he will have determination to keep on seeing, keep on watching the rising and fall, and repeatedly polishing the 5 aggregates, throwing or rub away, repeatedly rubbing until finally the time ripen. The door open, Nibbana open. You enter the moment of experiencing the 4 Noble Truths. You experience the cessation of consciousness. And when you experience the cessation of consciousness, only those who have attained can tell you. The real Arya, the real one, not a fake one or someone talking, making story. The real one means they experience the cessation of consciousness. In the cessation of consciousness, there are jhana factors. There are jhana factors. If not, they cannot enter cessation of consciousness. But you don't have to worry what is fine to know what is jhana factors, what is samadhis and these things. No need to know, because the most important, you just know what to do with the effort, mindful concentration on your every breath. Then everything will come by itself. You don't have to say how the story is going to end, when Nibbana is going to come in. You don't have to be busybody. That is greed. That is delusion. You try to think. You try to be smart. You try to think. That is concept. No concept. Out of concept. That's why avijja is concept. Existence is concept. Everything is concept made by the mind. Nibbana is not mind made. It is not the mind state. It has nothing connection to even samadhi jhana. It is not the mind state. If people don't know, they think it's a mind state. I tell you honestly, those samatha meditators, once some of them may have attained the stream, but they have entered the stream, but they do not know. Why they do not know? They only know what? They only know happiness, jhana, absorption. That's why a lot of monks, those who have attained, they always tell you very happiness. They thought Nibbana is happiness, because when you attain cessation, when you reach the moment of 4 Noble Truths, the cessation of consciousness or the cessation of suffering, when you return from that experience, you will enter jhana absorption. Jhana absorption is very, very happy. I don't know how to tell you. The happiness is cannot be measured. There's only one conscious, no body, no nothing, only happiness. And that's why when those who have attained, or those who have just reached the absorption level, they enter into a realm of very, very happy. Only happiness. So some of them think happiness is Nibbana. No, wrong. This you people, you have to be my student to keep on talking to me, then you will know what I mean. But now I cannot tell you so much because it's going to be a long story. Many of you may not even understand. Finally, until I finish this, if I speak the whole night, I think you cannot understand. Only like Pravin already start to understand. Some of my students who has been talking to me one day understand. They roughly they can understand already. They know when they practice the way I teach them Mahasi Sayadaw, the way, the breath on the rising and falling on the abdomen is the amplification. Abdomen is the amplification. It's just an amplifier, magnifying glass to make it clear only. Don't think it's a wrong way. It's a right way of practice. It's still according to the teaching of the Buddha. It's not our way or whosoever way. It is the way that Arahanta has experienced. Those Arahanta like Mahasi Sayadaw, they know already, they teach. People underestimate them. So today there are now the Thai and the Burmese. So they are teaching differently. One is Samatha, one is Vipassana. So now the subject becomes very complicated. Who is complicated? Every listener is going to be very complicated. Now is the choice that you have to make very clear. The choice is to destroy the 5 aggregates. It's not about anything, and we have to build calmness. That means samadhi. And samadhi is what? You don't need to know. Most important, you know how to be like a soldier. What is the soldier job? Right, left. To go and ask question. The captain say right, left. You just right, left. You don't go and say what happened now. Must right, left. Why? Until when you must stop. You don't care when to stop. You just right and left. Same thing. Rising and falling. Follow the instruction. Like I'm telling you now. Mentally must say rising, falling. Why you say? Because you are applying. You are using the 8 Noble Path already. Effort, mindful effort, concentration. In every rising that you are using, but even you don't know. Until today, if I don't tell you, you don't know. Your thought rising and falling is starting. It's a make-up story by somebody. Not true. It's real. You have to be obedient. And the next thing have to be patient. If you are not obedient, that's why the Buddha said, my teaching is not for the intellectual, those very extra smart. They think they're very smart. They go to university already. They know so much. They got science. They got formula. You don't need formula in the Buddha teaching. You need to be obedient. You see, in the time of the Buddha, the beggar also can attain. Even low, the farmer also can attain. Today, everybody seems to be taking the teaching of the Buddha to the university level. Wrong already. Very hard to teach. I tell you honestly. But of course, I'm not sad. I'm not angry. It sounds like I'm agitated. No, I'm not agitated. I'm just concerned. Because I'm teaching. If not, why I sit down here? It's now about 1 a.m. in Malaysian time. I should be sleeping. I'm talking to every one of you in your country which is possibly daytime, and those who are in Malaysia, maybe they like Jiang Xia, maybe they're Malaysian, Mo Chan, maybe they're Asian. They're listening. I congratulate them. These are the people that wants to attain. That's why they're listening. Congratulations, sadhu to every one of you. So now, rising, falling, what is the purpose? You know already. I don't have to repeat right now. I worry you all doesn't go to your head. Rising, falling means you use the mindful effort concentration. You are using mindful effort concentration on every breath. You must say mindful. You must say rising, falling mentally. Okay, now I will do for you like that. Okay, rising. I breathe in. Rising. So don't say that why must go to the stomach, why not here, why not say why, don't have so many why. All the why is ignorant, is greed. Listen and follow. Listen and follow. Don't why. Listen to what I teach and follow. Don't say why like that. Rising and falling, is it so hard to follow? Is it so hard? I have explained so clear. You are applying the 8 Noble Path. That means the same mindful effort concentration. Every breath you have to have. When you say, the moment you say rising, your mind looking at the rising motion, falling, you say falling, that is effort, mindful concentration. You're applying the 8 Noble Path already. And the Buddha say, no 8 Noble Path, you cannot attain. So after you apply that, then the mind will become calm. That is samadhi. Doesn't matter. You just follow. Rising, falling, rising, falling. Mentally must say, these are the steps. After that, your mind become calm. Calm means samadhi. The mind will go into samadhi. That's called calm. Alright? then peaceful a little bit only lah. Then you go into, after that, the mind become really peaceful. It's called sati. The mind become really peaceful. Means the mind become obedient already. Become peaceful. Then after peaceful, it's actually upeka lah. You want to reach a state of upeka. So the dhamma become longer and longer. The storytelling become longer and longer. So it doesn't matter. You just follow the breath rising, falling. Whatever happened to the mental state or physical state, don't feel bad, don't feel upset, detach and come back. Upeka. This is called upeka. If you can do that, you can progress and you can become a sotapanna. If you cannot do that, wasting your time. You can listen to 100 monk. Every year listen to the best teacher telling you, no use. Alright, so now I'll be meditating for a while before I sleep. Now it's 1 a.m. and remember, short meditation, but do it many times in the day. It's better than you try to struggle in one time. But for those who experience, it's good to struggle. So don't get me wrong. There are good meditators who already know how to look at the five aggregates. Struggle. Keep on polishing the five aggregates until the aggregates no more. Then you enter cessation of consciousness. You enter Maggaphala. Alright, can understand? For those beginner, you don't have to struggle and go so long, but do it randomly many times a day. Your meditation now 5 minutes, maybe go and rest, eat your coffee, then go and take a rest. Then after that, later in the evening, a little bit meditate, another 5 minutes or 10 minutes, up to you. Then and later on, you know, in a day you may do 5-10 times of type meditation, but short interval. It's good, but it's going to produce result for your information. Don't underestimate it. Don't underestimate that short minutes of meditation for the beginner is useless. No, it's good for you. It doesn't scare you. For sure, it doesn't scare you. It gives you time to develop your mindful effort concentration to become powerful. So don't think that a short interval is no good. So now I'm going to show you short interval. I'm going to do for only 20 minutes, 5, 10, 15. Okay, I'm going to sit until now is 1:10. I'll sit a short minute before I take my rest, okay? Every one of you, if you're interested, just sit. If you don't want to listen anymore, just go to sleep. So I'll be doing the same thing, rising, falling, alright? You can sit in any position, doesn't matter, nothing. You can even lean down like that also can. Lean down. In the comfort of your home, you just lean down also can. Doesn't matter. Okay, we can end our Dhamma talk, our practice. And now we praise the Buddha, respect the Buddha, Buddhang, Dhammang, Buddhang, Dhammang, Sanghang Gacchami, Dutiyampi, Buddhang, Dhammang, Sanghang Gacchami, Tatiyampi, Buddhang, Dhammang, Sanghang Gacchami. Every time we do Dhamma talk, we listen to the Dhamma talk, we meditate, we accumulate very good merits. So the Buddha say, you have to complete the process so that your merits will be very powerful. That means to say you must transfer merits to beings, seen or unseen, devas, and to all the existence of the 31 plane. Hidang media tidang hotu sukita hontu dia tayo. Hidang media tidang hotu sukita hontu dia tayo. Hidang media tidang hotu sukita hontu dia tayo. Etawata caamhehi sampadang punya sampadang. Sabe deva, sabe sattha, sabe buddha. Anumodanto Sappa Sampatti Siddhya Hidang me punya asawa kaya wahang hotu Nibbana pacayo hotu. Bhavatu Sappa Mangalang Rakantu Sappa Devata Sappa Buddha Nupavena Sada Sote Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sappa Mangalang Rakantu Sappa Devata Sappa Dhamma Nupavena Sada Sote Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sappa Mangalang Rakantu Sappa Devata Sappa Sangha Nupavena Sada Sote Bhavantu Te. Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Sukhihotu. Good night, everybody. Practice. Practice diligently. Apabadena sampadeta.